Okay, so where is that? So this is the blue color header H1 child. So why it is coming in a blue color? I don't know, even though if we change that color. So UL low head wrapper UL LIA. So header wrapper. So header wrapper inside UI LIA text color. Sorry, not text color, only the color. Color is white. Okay. So now we have white color here, but we need to add a background, then only it can be visible. So now here we want to change the button to transparent, you see. So I want to change that also. So now it should be like this. I will change soon. Yeah. Hello. You there? I think someone asked any question. Okay, so let's move on. Okay, the second step is we want to create a banner here. Okay, the banner has some heading content and paragraph content and has some button here. Okay, so we want to create this banner. Now what I'm going to do, just here after the header, I'm just going to create a section here using a HTML semantic tag. It takes a class called banner. Okay, inside the banner I'm going to create a div. So this div class is banner wrapper. So here one H1 takes a tell a better branding. Okay, so then paragraph, this one, then we have a button. So we already created the button with the BTN class. Okay, we can use the direct A tag here. So I have a two class, one for the BTN transparent and one for the BTN solid. Okay, if we check the style.css, so we created two types of button. So where is that button? BTN. Yeah, I think I want to create that. Yeah, okay, we should want to create this.
Sir,
Yeah.
in CSS, sir, last once open, sir, can you open one style.css, please?
What, brother?
Once open your style.css coding, sir.
Yeah, okay.
Can you?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Here inside now by using, what is the use of this one, sir? Inside dot.
Okay, so the insight now. Okay, so what is there? Where is the insight now? I think we're not using inside now. Just 1 minute. Where is that inside
When I
now?
do any changes in the inside now, sir,
I think
I
there
did
is no
not.
class. We did some. This is not. This is doing nothing. Okay, if you come back here, yeah, this is not. I think I had a mistake. I just made a mistake here. Okay, so this is not doing anything. Okay, there is no class about inside now like that. Okay, we are actually targeting using nth child and that first child, last child, like that way we did. Okay, so basically we did that first child of the ULI. So this is the first child of the LI. So we changed to position relative. Okay, so inside the child we are changed that to position absolute. So the child is now going to look the parent. So the parent is LI and also the parent we change to position relative. So now the parent is going to look the LI as a parent. So the LI is now controlling a children. So this is the children. Okay, we are targeting the first child of the UL. Okay, because why the UL? Because inside LI we have a UL. Okay, we did position absolute, top 20, left 0, background color width and display none. Okay, so that when I hover the solution, we can have this small hover page 1, 2, 3. Okay, you understand, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay, so I think for some other reason I made that inside navigation, so it's not any use here more. So here I just create a shared style. Okay, so because here I'm going to create a shared style as a command, because I'm going to share this button everywhere in my application. Okay, so now we want to create a BTN trans style. Okay, so this is a BTN trans. So the BTN trans takes a RGBA color. Okay, so the RGBA Wait, 1 minute. Before that, I want to pick the color of that. Okay, we can go ahead with white color. Okay, so color is COLOR. Color is white. So I want to change that to RGBA. Okay, because I want to make the opacity. I want to decrease the opacity now. Okay, then only I can able to. Okay, I will explain that. So now if I come back here, I refresh this color. I want to change the background color. Where is that? Background color is white. Okay. So now the button is white background. I will just open it in a live server. I open in my direct folder. I want to open it in a live server so that I want to. I don't want to keep on reload the page again and again. So that's why. Wait 1 minute. Close this one. So now we have the button background color is white color. Okay. So instead of white, for now I'm just making it as a red color. Okay, so we can keep it as a red color now. So we have a red color background of the button. So I want to add a here. What that a mean? A is a alpha, so we can decrease the color of that opacity, the transparency of the color, background color. Okay, I'm just giving here as a 1. Okay, the 1 is the default value, so it should not change anything. Basically the default value is 1. If I put 0.9 here, the color is getting lesser, decreasing here. For example, if I put 0.1 here, you see the color is now transparent. Okay, the background color is now showing. That's what the background white is reflecting to that red color. Okay, I don't want that 0.1, so I make it 0.5. So this is good. Okay, so I will change the color once we add the background image, that this image, then only it should be visible properly. So the second step is tell a better brand story, and we have some paragraph content and also the button. So this button is not a transparent button. So we want to change the button to solid. Okay, we have another class for it. So it is a btn solid. So the background color should be, I think we have that color here. So the color is main color. Okay, so we want to add the main color here. So now I want to change the class name here, the solid, SOLID. So the solid now has a background color of blue, and the color inside the text color is black. I want to change the black color to white, so that I'm using color to #white. Okay. So now we have a blue background and the white text color. So the second step is we want to make the all content to text align center. Okay. So that I want to make the to center. What I do, I just keep this inside a container. Okay, I need a container that margin both side, the left and right side. So now this content is starting from here. The second step, I want to make sure to add a line break here, because if you see in this web design, they use it has 2 lines. Okay, the tell a better and brand story. So both lines are actually wrapped to the downside. So, and also for the same for the paragraph. Okay, so what I do, I just make it I just put all the each and every line of content inside a span element. Basically, what is the span element, inline or block?
Inline.
Okay, so it doesn't it's not gonna change anything. Okay, because basically inline is not gonna wrap anything to the downside. You see, this is not doing anything. It's same as what it's previously. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, I'm just going to add a class to the span. Okay, so the class is text break. What the text break is going to do, I'm just getting this text break and put in a star style. So this is going to be a display block. Okay, so now I am changing this to, basically it is a display inline. So it's not gonna change anything, because the default value of the span is display inline only. So we want to change the span only inside that h1 and paragraph. It has a class of text break. The span has a class of text break. So now I'm going to change it as a display block. So now you see I got different lines of tell a better and brand story. It has wrapping, the text is actually wrapping because we made it as a block. So if we inspect that each and every line here, So you see, it takes a full available width. So this is the definition, right? The block level definition is it takes a total available width and also start on a new line. So the everything is starting on a new line and take available total width. Okay. So this is the thing. So second step, what should we want to do? We want to make the banner wrapper. So what is the banner wrapper? If we hover the banner wrapper, you see the banner wrapper is a display block. So we can align the text inside anywhere in a empty space. For example, if I want to align this text into the right side, I can add a text align right here like this way. Okay. So you see that now the text is sent to the right side. Okay. But this is not we want it in a center. So now if I give the center, you see now the center got aligned in a center. Okay. So coming back to this here. So this is a header wrapper. Here I want to add a text align. Yeah, it not a, this one. So header is completed. Here I start a banner wrapper. Okay. So for the banner section. So banner start and also banner end. Okay. So we can add that in a banner also, banner text elements, because the banner is also a block level element. So if I add the text element center to the banner directly, so the parent is the main parent is banner. I'm making it as a text element center, though should all text should align in a center. Okay. So now I want to add some margin here though for the tell a better brand story and for this automate way. Before I'm adding margin, I want to add this background image. Okay. If you see this background image start from this header. Okay. So here to here. Okay. So I want to make some changes in my HTML code, not a big change. Just I'm going to wrap inside this. I'm going to add some the section tag. Okay. Once I'm creating one section here. So this section basically takes a class of banner bg. Okay. Banner bg. I'm going to target the banner bg here. Inside the banner bg only, I'm going to call the image. Okay. So I need this image. I want to export this image first of all. So I'm just to click that and export this image. And I just take this image to my project folder. So here I'm going to create an image here. Okay. Image empty image folder. So inside the image folder, I'm going to add another folder called banner. Okay. Sorry, the BG image, like a folder. So we can keep it as a BG, no problem. So inside BG, so this one is a BG, it's a file. So I'm just drag and drop into that BG folder. Okay. So now it is now sitting inside the BG folder. So now I'm going to add the image instead of, now if you see background color is red. Okay. So if I come back to my project, you see now the background color filled with start to the end of that section. Okay. The banner BG, we created the banner BG from the start and to the end. So it got filled with the red color. So here what I do, I just change the heading color first of all. At last we just add the banner image. So banner H1, I need the banner heading should color in a white. Okay. So the color should be in a white. So it should now in a white color. Then we want to add this para color. It's also a white color. So, and also what I do, I just put a banner paragraph here. So it is a white color. So I need a margin also for this paragraph. So what I do, I target the banner BTN. Okay. I'm just going to target the banner BTN dot BTN margin top is 35 pixel, so that I can get some gap in between the paragraph and the button. So everything is good here. So now the second step is we want to add the background color here. Okay. So if you see, I will give you the example. So what I'm going to do for the BTN trans. Okay. Where is that trans? So here, I'm just going to make this a white color background. Okay. The button should be in a white. So if I come back here, so this is the button what we need. Okay. The background color is transparent. Okay. So now little transparent, like 0.5% is transparent. Now we want to add the background color. Instead of color, we should need a, what's that? The banner BG, right? So the background, if you want to add an image as a background, you want to call a URL. Okay. Inside URL, give a code. So the code takes a path of the file where the file is actually sitting in a locally. So dot slash not okay, because we want to go one step further. You see, we are sitting inside the CSS style folder. We want to get back, go back from this CSS folder. Okay. So I want to put two dot here, two dot slash. So now I'm here in this main path of the index file in the folder structure. So here I'm giving going inside the image folder. Here I having a bg. Inside the bg I have bg.png. So this is my image path. So now if I come back and you see, now the image got filled here, but this is not properly aligned. So we need to add some other properties to align it properly. So first property is background repeat. Okay, so the background repeat, no repeat. So if I give the no repeat, actually what happened last time, I'll just take this out. So you see the images, if you add the background URL as an image, that image will repeat automatically. Okay, so we should stop that behavior so that we are actually using this background repeat, no repeat. So it should stop the repeat. Okay, there is a white space here. We want to make this to fill. So to fill that, background position center. Okay, center. So now it should align in a center of that container, but this there is a left and right white space there is there. So we want to cover that also. So background size. Okay, the background size should be cover. So if I cover, the image got filled with total available space of that white space. Okay, so this is how we can add the image. Whenever you give some positions like this way, you can add these three properties. Okay, you want to add repeat and background position and background size. You can also manually move the backgrounds here, the X and Y. So for example, 50 pixel 50 pixel here, you see the image is moving to the left to 50 pixel and Y to 50 pixel. So you can also give these kinds of pixel movements also in a background position. So in our case, this is not in need. So I just going to make it as a center. Okay, so this should be now in a center alignment. Okay, everything is good. Now if you come back into the style in the design, so you see there is a white space, there is a space in between this tell a better brand story and also in the bottom of that button. Okay, so I want to make that spacing also. So if you see here, that section carries a banner class. So we want to add a padding to this banner section. Okay, so we already called the banner here. So here I'm going to add a padding. So padding first, what are the, if I add a two parameter, what is the first parameter is going to include? I'm going to have a two parameter of the padding here. What is the first parameter values?
Top and bottom and
Left and right. Okay,
left and right.
so okay, this top and bottom is 50 pixel and left and right is 0 pixel. So now if I come back here, now I got the spacing, but I need more. So I'm just going to add 100 pixel of the top and bottom. So now it is good. Okay, so we created this one. So this is banner, how we created the banner. Okay, so and also I'm going to have some hover effect for this button. So this is not good. So what I do, I just go to the BTN solid here. So the BTN solid, when I hover the BTN solid, I just want to change the background color to this blue. Okay, we'll check how is the blue look like. So this blue. Okay, so good. So you see this transaction is happening very quickly. Okay, I don't want to be like this, but I want to make this thing smoother. So I want to make this thing very smoothly. So what I'm going to do, here I'm going to add a transition. So the transition property, what the transition property do, it takes what are the property you want to make some smoothness, what are the in which property you want to include the smoothness. Okay, so I want to make the smoothness in my background color. Okay, because we are changing the background color only here when I hover. So I'm first parameter is the background color and second parameter is the delay. Okay, so sorry, not the delay, the how much duration you want to make the transition when you hover that BTN. So if I come back here, you see this, now it's actually very smooth. Okay, so this is what the transition property do. So you can also add one more property is 1 second. So this is a delay. So if it takes 1 second to make that animation, okay. So I don't want this as a 1 second. I just give it a 0.30 second. Okay, it's a millisecond. So now it should little smoother. Here you don't want to call this background color. Instead of calling background color, use all. So what this all is going to do, it's going to get all the values what you added here. So and also here. Okay, so here the background color is only changing. I'm just going to add all here. So when I hover the button, it should also work. So for this also I want to make the changes. Okay, so for this I'm just copy this and paste it here. When I hover this btn trans here, okay, so the btn trans hover, so this background color should be the same, this one, but I'm going to change the opacity of that btn. Okay, so it should be like 0.8 like this. So when I hover this, you see some color differentiate is happening here. Okay, so everything is good. So I can make this like 0.2. Okay, now you see this button is now very like more transparent. So if we can keep it as a 3. Okay, that's cool. Okay, so if I hover this, we can have this navigation button also. So everything is good now. So I just going to change this one is also to the white color. So where is that header wrapper? I think dot logo, I think, right? We had a logo class there. So color to white. So now the color got changed to the white color. So the second step, what is the second section we have? So we have a section called trusted clients here. Okay, so I'm just to take this client as a keyword to add in my section. So the section is got over. So now I'm going to add a section here. So if we come back, we'll check the response. Whenever you do the web view, at the same time you just check the responsive and do it as soon as possible. Okay, some people what they do, they actually create all the web view and afterwards they get into the responsive. That is not a good idea, because it's not actually really a good idea. Whatever the section you are making, just complete properly, okay, for the web view and also the responsive. So that is how I follow all the time. So if you want to stick, okay, you see there is no space in between. Okay, you see this logo and this button was actually very close to that each corner, but I don't want that. I need some space here. Okay, so what the mistake we did, I think we didn't add padding to the container. You see, we don't have any padding. So the padding I need for the left and right. Okay, so the top and bottom is 0, left and right is, I'm just giving it 20 pixel here. So if we come back here, I have some corner spacing here. Okay, in the container. So here what I'm going to do, so when I come to less than 768 pixel, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to hide all these things. Okay, once we learn the JavaScript, we come back to the same project and we again we do the navigation process and all. Okay, using JavaScript. Without knowing JavaScript, it is very hard to understand. So now I'm just going to hide this all when I come less than 768 pixel. Okay, instead of doing that, what I'm going to do, what I always follow, I always try to write the code in min width only. So we are actually going for the top side. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm just going to make it where is that header wrapper. So this is the header wrapper logo. I don't need this one, so I just need this one only, I think. Just keep it so okay, now this is like this way. So when I'm going to change that at media screen and min width, you remember this responsive, right? Min width 760
Yes, sir.
going top. I'm just I'm just walking the step upside. Okay, 768 pixel. I'm just put this. Okay, header wrapper, display flex, justify content, align item center. So if I come back, if I grow the screen to greater than 768 pixel, you see this is now actually in a display flex. Okay, so the second step, the manually here in the top of this here, I'm just going to use it display none. Okay, I'm just going to make it a none here. So this is how I do. If you like, you can follow this one also. Okay, so the header wrapper got display none here. Oh, I don't need the wrapper to display none. What I do, I just target the UL, and I think we have a this UL, and we want to hide this too. Okay, so what I do now to okay, so we want to target the both thing, the UL and the div here. So header wrapper direct UL and header wrapper this div, we want to target the third child of this div. Okay, for example, now I'm going to target the header wrapper here. Okay, here header wrapper direct UL. I'm just going to make it as a display none here now. Okay, so now the UL should not why this UL is coming here, the header wrapper direct UL. This one is the direct UL. So the header wrapper, I think this should yeah, the display none is now okay. This is not a good idea. We don't need to follow this. Okay, I think this is a bad idea. What I do, I just keep it in a like this way itself. Okay, so I keep it like this way itself.
Sir, we can use max
Yeah, we can
width.
use the max width and hide that. Okay, so max width, and I go to the max width. So I'll just going to target that where is that header wrapper direct UL and the this div. Okay, so dot header wrapper direct UL display none. Okay, so now it's got hiding when I'm decreasing the screen less than 768 pixel, and also I want to target the header wrapper dot header wrapper direct div of not direct div of the header wrapper direct div of last child, I think. Yeah, okay, so now the button is also gonna disappear. Okay, so this is how we want to hide this thing. So here you see, when I come less than 768 pixel, I'm just going to make the H1 fonts to smaller. Okay, so basically we have the H1 to 94 pixel. This is not I need when I in the mobile screen. So I'm just going to target the H1 here, and the font size should be like 45 pixel. Is it enough? I think so. Now no, not 40, we can keep it as a 50 pixel. Okay, so now you see here the line break is actually happening. Why? Basically we added the text break here. Okay, so this is not we need here. Okay, I'm just going to make it a display inline when I'm just coming less than 768 pixels. So the text break should display inline here when I'm coming back to 700. So this is the perfect alignment. Okay, so now this is good. So when I go back to 768 pixel and when I get inside 768 pixel, so this is perfectly aligned. So once we get completed JavaScript, we can add some hamburger here. When I click the hamburger, this slides should come from the left or right side or top or bottom. We can do whatever the animation we want. So we'll do that later. Okay, so now second step is we need
Sir,
to
in CSS you used H1 directly, so all the H1 will get less after
yeah
reaching the max.
yeah that the main thing is if you are using a H1, you know you want to add only one heading only, that like that only you want to make the customize your web page. Okay, so
Okay.
this is the practice always of what I do. Some people use the class name and all the things, but in not in every design they use more than 7 or 8 heading like that. They only use 4 or 5 heading only. Okay, so always target the heading using this H1 H2 like this way. Okay, in template also most of the people do like this way only. Okay, so target the H1, so you can change the H1 wherever you want here like this way. Okay, so you don't want to add any other classes or kind of things. Okay, so that's what I'm doing like this style. So the
Okay, sir.
second step is the client. So I want to make the client here. So this section takes a class of clients. So the clients and has it need a container. So here inside the container, we need a 6 image here and also one heading. Okay. So what I do, I'm just going to create a div here. This div takes a class called section heading. Okay. So in this section, we have only the paragraph only. So this paragraph takes some of our trusted clients. Okay. So we keep like this way. The second step is I want to add this images. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So I'll just select all these images. Okay, so now export it as a zip file. So if you select more than one image like this, it should export as a zip file. Okay, so you want to export that in your folder. So where is that so here inside this image, I'm just going to extract that file. So extracting here. Okay, so now we have that file. So first one is, what is the first one? Chase. I think which one is the, okay, chase second. Chase, I keep like this one, image one. Okay, so that I can have a proper asana as a image two. Image two. Third one is Google image three and buff two. Okay, image four, image five, all marked image 6, img 6. Okay, so I just copy all this image and I want to create a new folder here. This one is client. Okay, so inside the image I'm going to put all the images what that section need. Okay, so these are the images that section needs. So for yeah, everything is good now. So the second step is, so we have that image folder here. For the clients, we have the 6 image inside the client folder, so that here we're going to include all the images. So this image takes a class, this banner. Okay, so clients wrapper. So here I'm just going to add a image tag dot slash image clients image one. I just make it a 6 times. So this one is 6, so 5, 4, then 3, 2. So here just keep the alt tag called that clients. Okay, so if I come back here, it should come in a inline. Okay, so already it's the image is an inline tag, so that's what is come next to each other. But I want to change it as a flex because I need a proper alignment. So what I do, first thing, you see the image is not properly aligned here. What the problem is, whenever you're exporting some image like this kind of small images, you need to give some custom height to that and height and width to that image. Then only it should align in a proper way. Okay, so now I'm going to target the client wrapper. So the client section starts here. Okay, so here in the client wrapper, I'm targeting the image of the client wrapper. I should width is 150 and the height should be like 40 pixel. We keep it like a 40 pixel. So 40 is I think more it's a 30. So the 30 is good. Okay, every may okay. So 30 is all good. So we can keep it as 25. Okay, so the height is 25, but you see the image is actually squeezed a little bit. So to fix this problem, we need to add some property here, object fit contain. Okay, so it's going, the image is going to contain inside that 50 or what the width you given. Okay, so I'm just going to make it as a 35 pixel now. So now image could like properly align. Okay, so this is the second step. What the second step, we should want to make it as a flex of the parent, the client wrapper. You understand this object fit property?
What it is
Yes, sir.
happening?
Yeah, what the object fit is going to do, it's going to contain your image inside that 150 pixel of width and the height of 35 pixel. Okay,
So it will be like padding then.
no,
Can
you're asking padding.
Yeah, yes, sir. It is just like padding or
No, it's not just like padding. It's actually what, wait, I will give you another example. If I give it as a cover, okay, the object fit takes a cover. So now you see the image is not properly aligned here. What it's going to do, what this value is doing now, this property value is doing now, it's actually covering the image outside of that with what you given. Okay, it's not a padding. Okay, so if you give the contain here, so this image is going to contain inside this 150 pixel of the width and height of 35 pixel. Okay,
okay.
so if I come back here, now you see this is properly aligned. Okay, this is a one way. So this is the way how that developer will do. So second step, we want to target the client wrapper here. So the client wrapper takes a display flex, right? So display flex, then justify content space between and also the align items center. Okay, so if we come back here, this is a proper alignment. I need a margin bottom for this. Okay, so if we come back here, and also this color is also something different. I just copy this paragraph color and I just put the section heading. Where is that section heading? I want to call it in a shared styles because I'm going to share the style in every section. Okay, so section heading takes a, what is that section heading? Yeah, okay, margin bottom is 50 pixel. Can keep it at 50 pixel. So I think 50 is so bigger. Yeah, okay, so that's good. And also the section heading should be in a text align center. So now it came here. So now when I hover this image, I'm just going to change this image color, okay, little bit. So to do that, what I'm going to do, there is another way we can also do. When I hover the image, we can also change the background URL also. For example, I'll just give you some small example. Okay, so I'm not going to give, first I will just give you some filter options here. So if I hover the client image, I'm going to add a filter invert. Okay, so this invert is should change the color to, I think, black. I think you see the color is now dark, little dark. Okay, so it based on what the color your image is, it should appear, it should actually reflect the color. If it is red, some other different color should come. So if you see here, it's a light gray, so now it's reflecting as a dark gray. Okay, so this is a one type of styling. This is the proper styling. Okay, so the second I think we can pass some value here. Yeah, it doesn't not gonna do anything here. Okay, so this filter invert. So what I do now, I just target this image image, what is that, first image first child. Okay, I'm just targeting the first child of the image, and when I hover the first child of the image, should be in a display none. Okay, we'll check that. First thing will, yeah, okay, so now the first one is actually getting getting disappear here. So what I'm going to do now, okay, I want to target in a background way. So I will give you the example in some other web page. Okay, I will give, else I will take this later, so I don't want to confuse you now. So now we had a filter now, so the color now changing little bit. So the second is, you see here we having some white space here. You see here we have some white space, and also bottom we have the white space. So we need to create the white space even every section. Hereafter every section is going to follow the same spacing. Okay, if you notice that, so that is the proper design. So they want to follow the perfect alignment and also the perfect what is that, spacing. Okay, so here so this section name called clients, right? So I'm just going to put it in a default way, put in the top here. So section, so client section padding top and bottom is 80 pixel and left and right is 0 pixel. So if I come back here, now I have that margin top and bottom, and also the section paragraph color should be some different. The paragraph color is so this is the color. I just copy it and put it here. I think we put that color. Okay, no. So if we come back here, you see now this color got changed to some our trusted clients. Okay, so good. Second step is I'm just going to create a new section here. The section name I'm going to keep it as a solution. Okay. So this is how you want to keep the name of the section. So this is how I do. A lot of developer will do like this way only. They will take the word in from the section of that each and every section how the designer is creating. Okay. So I'm just taking the solution, and also I need a padding for the solution section also. I just put a comma and I will add this solution in here. So now we have a spacing here. We need to add a content here. So in the solution section, I want a container and also the section heading. Okay. So just copy and paste it here. And I put a div of container section heading. So after that, I want to put a h2 here. Okay, this h2 takes a solution of every developer need, and also the paragraph content is changing here. So I'll just put it like this way. So now if I come back and see, you see we got that solution for every need, and also the join thousands of marketer. Why the solution color also changed? Because we added the color to directly in a section heading. Okay, so this is not a good way. So we want to target the specific element what we want to change the color. So heading paragraph should be in a color of this one, and this color should be, I think, a main color of that heading. So I just copy this and I put it the h2. So this should be color of main color. Okay, that blue. So I just take this to the here. Okay, so now should work properly, and also I need some margin bottom to this h2, and also I want to add this in a margin bottom like 8 pixel. Okay, so now it has some margin side in the bottom side. Basically that heading section heading is having a 50 pixel of margin bottom. So this is a way how that we can create a section heading. And also we want to line the break in the design. You see they are breaking the line the forefront from the forefront. So I'm going to wrap inside the span, and here also the span. Just going to need to put a text break a class. Okay, class of text break. So if we come back here, now this is a proper alignment. So okay, everything is good. So the second step is we want to create this both thing. Okay, so today what I'm going to do, I'm just okay. So this is some different idea, right? So I want to make this things okay. So okay, we'll do this one. Now what I'm going to do here, after here in this place, so creating a SOLU solutions wrapper. Okay, solutions wrapper, it takes a 3 child. Okay, so the div, so this div takes a class of I think we don't want to use a class, but I always don't like to use a lot of classes, so I go with like this way using the empty div. We have the superpower called nth child and the first child and last child, the pseudo elements. So here I'm going to have a span here inside the div, so that takes an influencer, and also the heading of I think 40, the size is 40. What the 40 we added here in the style.css for, I think we gave it to the h2. Okay, so what does this h2 takes 40, this one is 30, so I need to add a h3. I want to call the h3 here. So I'm just calling the h3 and pasted the influencer marketing here, and I need the paragraph here. I want to wrap this inside the div here. I just need a 2 child because I'm going to make this div as a flex. So I keep it like this way. Okay, so now cool. So then I need this learn more. I'll just take this at a svg. Okay, so this learn more, just take this learn more, and I put down inside a tag hash and learn more. Here I want to add an image of that svg what I exported. So here and just keep the name of arrow. So the arrow, they actually what the SVG is going what the SVG gives you back, it gives you some kind of HTML code. Okay, so we're not gonna change anything now. We're going to add it in a direct image file itself. So this is the file how the SVG look like. Okay, it's basically it's not it's a kind of a coding, the HTML coding. Okay, so here inside the image, I'm going to create a solutions. Inside the solution, I'm just going to put the arrow here. Okay, so it's a part of solution section. So here I'll just put the slash images solution arrow. So it should take as a arrow. So everything is good. Paragraph, h3 span, and a. Okay, so the second step is we need this image, right? So I just target this image. I just want to export it also. So here inside the solution, I'll put that as a card, as a name of card. Okay, you see this image is not properly exporting. You see there is a lot of white space in the top right, bottom left. So I want to make sure to cut this image as what I like to need. So take this image out. If you have that problem, just go to this rectangle and draw some rectangle here. Okay, top of that image, and click that and right click and send it to back and target the both one. So you see that some space is having here. So I'll keep like this properly. Now just select both the image and what you draw there, and you want to give that use as mask after right clicking it. Okay, right click, use as mask. So now this image got cut, the image got cropped now. So just export this and just put it here. Okay, so I delete this card now. So you see this mask is having not a white space. Okay, so that's what I did now. So this one is card. So the same way we want to do this image also. I know this designer will always do like this way only. So sometimes we want to do that. So there is no another way. So I just take this out. So I think we can export like this way. We'll check this one. Okay, I want to make this export. Okay, this is also having a backspace. So take this here. So here are the same process. So I want to create a rectangle. And want to send it to the back. Select two layers and make it a use as mask. Now select this and export. So the same thing for this image too. So drag and drop, zoom it out a little bit. Then need this one. So draw like this. Just send to back, select this two layer and give it a use as mask. So this one should be in a export card. Okay. So I'll keep it there. Okay, that's everything. Everything is okay. So now I want to put that image. I think this is not that image. I think. Okay, we already have that image here. So this image names people. We can keep it a name as people, and I need this card image. This image name should be a dash earn EARN. So earn. So we got all the image now. So people has a where I export that one. I think this image I think we'll check this. Why it's having a background villain. select this and add use as mask. So now click that and export. So exporting the image is very difficult thing because it makes you lazy sometimes. So I'll just delete this one and I'll add this to the people. Okay. So this one is people. Okay, everything is good. So we'll now inside this HTML, I want to add a div here. Image takes a dot slash. First images, I think the solution takes a card. Okay. So keep the alt name as what the file name of that image. So make sure to copy and paste 3 times here. Now I want to change that title and heading. So this one should be a community. I just copy this and paste it here. And also community marketing. So this should be a community marketing. I'm not going to change the paragraph. This doesn't matter because it's same as how this should be. So this services. So this managed service. We need to change the image here. So this one is a people, and the last one is a earned. So now if I come back to my file here, so we have a influencer and image and community marketing and managed service. So everything is good. So now if you see this one, in this section, they're actually having the image into the left side and the content to the right side. Okay, so we want to swap that. The image should be come to the next side. When I make the flex, this should come in a left and this should come in a right side. So if I make this flex, it also follow this kind of thing, but this is what the design look like. So I want to make that swapping here. So this image should go top and this content should come to the bottom. So what I do, I just keep this image, not only the image. So I need this swap this div in the top. So now if you see, the image is in the top and the content is in the bottom. So good. Now second step, I want to make the div to display flex. Okay, so I was targeting the solution wrapper. Coming back to the end. So here solution start and this one is solution end. So here I'm just calling the solution wrapper direct div. Every direct div should be in a display flex and also justify content. Not every, I think yeah, every div, yeah, every div should be in a display flex and justify content, space between, and also the align item should be in a center. Okay, so if you come back here, you see this everything is good, but it takes a large amount of spacing here, but we don't need this kind of styling. Here you see they actually give that 50% of the width here, so that I want to make that changes also too. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to target the solution wrapper direct div of the direct div. Okay, so direct div of that direct div. What I mean, so this is the direct div of the solution wrapper. This direct div is this div. So I want to, okay, so the solution wrapper div, yeah, so the both div now should be, these are the both div. Okay, so it should change as a width of 50%. So width is totally a 50%. So now it should in a proper element, but this is good, right? Second step, you see this div is not this div is actually having some lot of white space into the right corner. I want to change the image to the display textile and center. Okay, so how should we target that one? So what I do, I just okay, so here the case is this is not possible because this image is swapping there. No, so what I do, just keep some class here, text center as I just going to create a class of in a shared style t center. T center takes a text align center. Okay, I'm just going to add that class inside every image parent. Okay, the div. So this one should be in a tc. So now every image now aligned in a center. Okay, so everything is good. Okay, okay, perfect, 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 perfect. Okay, cool. So and also I need a margin bottom to everyone, every child here. Okay, but I don't need the margin button for the last one. That is the design, the proper design. So to do that, what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to how we do this. So there is a two-way. I will show you the two-way here. Okay, so first way is, first way, what is the first way? So we want to target the direct div. So this is the parent div of that two div, right? So you see, this is the direct div of the solution wrapper, right? So this is the div. So now I'm just going to already we targeted that here. We can add the gap also here. No, this gap is going to be in a the horizontal way. So I'm just going to add a margin bottom to 50 pixel. Okay, so now every parent has a margin bottom. Okay, so this is what I say. So you see, this one is also margin bottom. Now this one also having a margin bottom, but I no need the margin bottom to the last child. So to do that, what I'm going to do now, we can target the last div of that, right? So the last div, last child, and give the margin bottom to 0 pixel. If you do like this way, it should work. So now you see, this one has a margin, and now this one is not having the margin. So this is one way. What is the another way? So I'll just keep this as a margin bottom 50 pixel as it, I will take this out. Instead of doing like this way, what I'm going to do now, so we have this header wrapper, right? So this header wrapper solution, I'm going to change this header wrapper to a display flex. So if I change the display flex, you see everything's aligned left to right like this way, but this is not a proper design. So I want to change the flex direction to column. Okay, so now it got replaced to the column. Okay, so, and the second step is, oh, that's cool. Okay, so the second step is what, we just need to give the gap. So the gap is only going to add in between the content. Okay, so should be like 50 pixel. So now you see, we also have the gap. You see there is a violet color background. Okay, but we cannot able to see that in a last child. Okay, so this is also one way we can also add the gap, but I'm not going to follow this way. I'm just going to stick with this. Okay, so I'll go ahead with this. So now we just got the same result for the both one. And also I want to add the spacing to this. We already add the spacing, I think. Yeah, we add this. Just give me 1 minute, please. So okay, we'll start. Okay, so this is a one way and this is another way. You can go with whatever you like. So the second step is, this is the case. Okay, so we want to make it as a responsive. So if I make the changes to responsive, you see, when I come less than okay, now I want to add the image to responsive. Okay, now you see, now the image is not actually responsive here. Okay, so you see here also we forgot to add a responsive. So first I will do this one. Okay, so what I do, when I 992, when I get my when I decrease the screen to get less than 992, I just going to make it as a two images. Okay, to do that, in the responsive, I want to put this 768. So this one is 992 pixel. Just take this out. So the image should be, where is that image? Client wrapper. This client wrapper image, which should be 25%. And also we want to add the flex wrap. Okay, basically this should, the flex wrap is a no wrap base, the default value. So I want to make changes to wrap, so that only should the image will wrap to this bottom. Okay, so you see this one is now wrapping 25 pixel, 25 percentage. Each image has 25%, means why you should not. Okay, so you want to give that a 50%. So we need a 2 images, right? So now you see this. Now when I get less than 992 pixel, it should come into this like this way. I want to add the margin bottom also. This margin bottom is like 30 pixel. So we have the margin for each and every image. So the second step is when I get back to 768 pixel, I'm just going to make it as a one image. Okay. So the margin, I am going to change the image of 100%. So if I come back to less than 768 pixel, it should be like this. Okay. So this is responsive. So now, and also we want to, you see this image is not responsive now. So I want to make the changes for this section. So to do that, what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to add this image. I'm just going to target this direct div image. Okay, I want to target the image, and the max width should be 100%. Okay. So if I add this to the image, this image should be responsive. So you see this image is also shrinking. How that image, your responsive is, your dimension is, it's actually shrinking the way how the dimension is getting decreasing. Okay. So this is, we want to add this to make image responsive. Every image you want to add this one. Okay. So now we added that. So the second step is when I get less than 768 pixel, I want to make this one by one. Okay, not like this way, like in a flex mode. So to do that, what I'm going to do, to max with 768 pixel, I'm going to target this div. So this should be a flex direction of column. So now it changed to the column, and also I'm going to give a text align center here to the text. So that is the proper alignment. So now we added the text align center. Okay, so this is not a good way. The text align is not a proper way. So we should keep it like this way itself. So the second step is when you see here, now this image has a, like, how do I say, this image now, we want to swap this image. What your client will ask you, so here we have the content first and the image second. Why when the responsive is coming, when we getting into the responsive, why the image is in the top and the content is in the bottom? The client will ask you, I want to swap this to the top, the content, and the image should come into the bottom. So what logic you would use here? I've already teach you that.
Order.
That's it. Okay. See, we want to use the order here. To do that, what I should do here, we make this flex, right? So we need to change this one order. So the second child of the order. Okay. So I am targeting the direct div of the nth child to I will just check the using the background color. It's yellow. So now the nth child is got filled. I want to target the direct div of first child. I know I'm making much complicated, but if you understand this, you can do whatever you want in the CSS. Okay, so that's what I'm doing like this way. I'm making that things very complicated. So this first child order should be the first child order should be 2. That's the image, and the last child order should be in a 1. Okay. So if I come back here, you see now the image got top. Yeah, now the community is in the top and also the image get into the bottom. So okay, this is what I want come to say. So now this everything is worked properly. And also you see the second problem is we make the changes to 50% when that get greater than 768 pixel. Okay, so now it stays in a 50%. I want to make this to the 100%. If you see I'm over this one is 50%, right? So I just when I come back to less than 768%, where is that? So I can target that solution wrapper directive the width of 100%. So it should now takes care of total available space. Okay, so here I can make the changes to text align center. So now it should look good. Okay, so now it's properly working. Okay, So everything is good. So when I get back to more than 768 pixel, so it should look like this way. So when I place my screen, so it should like this way. So this is, I think this is a good place to stop. Tomorrow onwards, we can add the bootstrap and we'll try to make the another designs here. Okay. So this one, this one, this one, we want to create four more sections. Okay. So we'll do that tomorrow. So now we understand today what are the things we did. I know it is very difficult to understand, but if you practice that, it's very easy. Okay, so when the responsive, I'm going to add a margin top. You see this margin, this image is where actually near to this content. Okay, so I want to make that changes also. So to that image wrapper, where is that div wrapper image? So margin top should be 30 pixel. So now every image has a margin. So we can give it 50 pixel. So okay, that's cool. Now it should looks like now it's look good. So and also I want to change this to the text transform to uppercase. If you see the design, you see this as a uppercase and also having a pink color of text. So basically I am coming back here. So I'm just targeting the solution wrapper direct div on the inside span. I'm going to make the text transform to uppercase. And the color should be, we already get that color here, that secondary color is a pink. So if I come back here, you see now this one got changed. And also they had some they put some letter spacing here. You see, I want to give that also. So always you want to notice the design properly. So just keep your eye on design all anyways. Okay, so here we have the letter spacing and also the margin. We need that margin for this heading, everything. So I'm just going to create a margin. Bottom is 25 pixel. So the margin is not working. Why the margin is not working to the span?
It is an inline. That's
Yeah. So we should want to change this to display inline block, right? So good. So we are just changing this to inline block. So 25 pixel is, I think, a lot of space. So now this one is good. And also I want to target the H3 and also the paragraph. So the H3 and the paragraph, just going to put this one. Okay. So margin is 20 pixel. So now good. So here we keep it as a 10 pixel. So we should keep it as a 15. So now this design looks perfect. Okay. So today go and practice this. So I know tomorrow we'll have some lot of doubts in your mind. So we'll do that tomorrow because I have a class at 9:15. I have only 1 minute to start that section.
okay, sir.
Yeah. Okay. So
Okay.
okay. You understand this, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So I will send the code now. Okay. So today go and practice this. So whatever we are doing daily, whatever we are learning daily, just go and practice that whenever you free, so that it's very easy to understand. So I just put this in a WhatsApp. So I'll stop my sharing. Sorry, the screen record.